Okay. All right. Hello, jewelry addicts. How are you? I'm Samantha Davis, a founder. Let's get rid of that light up there. Much better. I'm Samantha Davis, founder of VintageJewelryAddicts.com, and I will be your host this evening talking about how to use this amazing platform for not only marketplace purchases, but live sales. Yes, we actually right now have someone selling live on VintageJewelryAddicts.com. So stay here because we're all going to peek into her live sale together so you guys can really understand how this works. So let me know in the comments if you're here. I'm also going to chime in depending on where you're tuning, which platform you're tuning in from. You may or may not see my comments. If you're on Facebook, you should see my comment. Hi, Jamie. Jamie Loveday, the best last name ever. Miss Loveday will be helping anyone who wants to join Vintage Jewelry Addicts, wants to become a member, wants to become a seller, just maybe has an offline question. She's going to be in the comments so you guys can, message her either as a DM or in the comments, or if you say something, Jamie might follow up with you. But this webinar, it's really designed to help you guys know that this exists, to understand, just how do I say, like the full spectrum of opportunity as a jewelry addict to take advantage of this platform. Again, not just as a seller, but as a buyer, as a collector, or just as someone who wants to be a wallflower and wants to learn more about vintage jewelry. So thank you guys for being here. Your email link didn't work. That stinks. That stinks. Well, we are streaming in many places. So hello to Facebook. We are live on my personal Facebook page. We're live on Vintage Jewelry Addicts, live shopping. We're live on Vintage Boss Babes. Hello to my Boss Babes. We're live on LinkedIn. Yes, we're live on LinkedIn, which is crazy. And we are also live on YouTube. So hopefully you guys are able to, find me somewhere on the internet. Yes, Jane, there's always a replay link every single time. Sherry, I would reload if you see a black screen, because you guys definitely want to be watching this. This is definitely a webinar of show, not tell. So it will be helpful. Okay, cool. It looks like, it actually messaged you from all of my accounts. I'm sorry about that. I had to click to already registered an email link at bottom. Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting. Well, this is a webinar, and so I think you actually have to sign up for it if you watch it on your Safari or Google Chrome, but then you guys can stream it anywhere else. So awesome, Sherry. Okay, we did it. We did it. This is great. And if anyone's tuning into the replay, of course, fast forward because I will be waiting just a few more minutes for some of our jewelry addicts to hop in live. But I want to first thank you guys for being here. Again, just really briefly, more about me. I'm the founder, but I am just a small part of this amazing community. This community is great because of our sellers, because of our buyers, because of our cheerleaders on the sideline, because of the team that has built the software. That software is called District. So like a shopping district. That team is incredible. They come from Facebook. They come from Snapchat. They come from a, background of fundraising capital to create something that is really leaving a dent on the planet. Because instead of going to Etsy or eBay or Poshmark, and you're just kind of lost, you're finding yourselves in a community. You're finding yourselves amongst people you can chat with, people that become your friends online, offline, that inspire you, that encourage you. And that can be, again, as a seller, but also as a buyer. And as someone who has built communities that have been buy-sell communities since 2020, I have seen that impact firsthand. And I believe that it is my mission on this planet to help people sell more vintage, and vintage jewelry is the latest chapter of that mission. So really quickly, guys, VintageJewelryAddicts.com. Again, it's a desktop, and it is also currently an iPhone app. It is coming to Android. I'm going to say this a few times tonight. I wish it were live right now. I might have to do a webinar when it's live, probably in the next few weeks. That's word on the street. That's what I've heard. But currently, this is just for oh, hi, Melody. You're a little bit early. So I don't think she can hear me, but at 7:40 or 7:30. Yeah, if you want to hop back on. But we have a special guest. We have a special guest who will be joining us tonight. She is a seller, but she's on a little bit early, so I'll have her come back. Yeah, she just popped off. But if you guys stay tuned, we have a special guest who has been an amazing seller with Vintage Jewelry Addicts. She's going to talk to us about how it has helped her resale business. But again, guys, let's just jump right into things because I tend to be long-winded. I want this to be really easy and understandable and clear. If you guys have questions, I would love to hear from you in the comments. But what I'm going to do really quickly is share my screen so that you guys can get an understanding of just what we're going to be learning today. And so again, I want to welcome you guys how to join and use vintagejewelryaddicts.com as a buyer or seller. Explained. Yes, explained. Okay. We're covering a lot today, but it will be very speedy. So I'm going to hit a lot of points and then stop for questions, or Jamie might help you in the comments, et cetera, et cetera. But I first want to go over how to sign up. I want to show you how to sign up with desktop. So that's using your laptop or your phone. We're going to also go over logging in, but I also want to show you how you can make a purchase without even having to register for the platform. You can actually check out as a guest so that the platform does not keep your information. And for some people that might be preferred, we understand. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I also want you guys to be aware of how to shop from our vintagejewelryaddicts.com sellers in our Facebook group, on our Facebook page, and on those lives, as well as Instagram. Okay, next slide. Then we're going to meet the amazing Melody, who popped on a little bit early. She is one of our top sellers on vintagejewelryaddicts.com. And then I want you guys to understand how you can check your orders. So if you're buying from vintagejewelryaddicts.com, how can you, see the shipping, make sure that it's on its way? How can you change your payments? How can you participate in auctions? How can you shop the replay of a live sale? Sellers, how you can actually change your auctions to buy it now so that after a live sale, you have items in your marketplace. For our buyers, I want you guys to understand how you can search on the marketplace for things that you're in search of. And then finally, I would love for you guys to sign up for our newsletters, sign up for Instagram, which is really more of a follow, but I wrote sign up, how you can reach us over email, and obviously a big thank you. Okay, guys. So let's jump right into, yes, I want to make sure that you guys are actually seeing my page. I just realized this. View tab, StreamYard.com. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? I want to actually just make sure that you guys were seeing my screen. Okay, I can see now. Yeah, I have Android. Jane, it is coming. I'm pretty sure that you guys could see my screen, but I just want to make sure. I'm going to present one more time. Share screen. Oh, technology. That's why we do webinars about technology. Let's see. Where is that? There we go. Share screen. I could, but I see you now. Okay, great. So you should be able to see. I'm going to click over here. Yep, you should be able to see join vintagejewelryaddicts.com. Okay, so I'm going to go over into the chat, guys. And because you guys are live, I'm just typing in vintagejewelryaddicts.com. If you type that into your web browser, okay, you should bring up the website. But if for some reason, oh, I'm so sorry, that was the wrong link. Oopsie. If for some reason vintagejewelryaddicts.com does not work, you can also type in district.com/vintage boss babes. We still have this back URL because we started this platform with Vintage Boss Babes and we couldn't change it. So I always tell people, look, if you're having trouble accessing with just vintagejewelryaddicts.com, the back URL is district.com/vintage boss babes. So I want you guys to go there. Okay. And when you go to that homepage, and this is all based on desktop, guys, but I'm also going to show you how to do it on phone. You're going to see where you can join Marketplace. So actually, I just went back a page. And you actually have to click Join Marketplace in order to get notifications. So that means that you're going to get, alerted when there's a live sale. You'll get alerted when there's like a important message in chat. You can change all of this so that you don't get any notifications. But I really support you guys joining us, because by joining us then, and we'll go over this, you can input your payment information. And whenever you're ready to buy something, you have everything there, just like eBay, just like Etsy, just like any reputable platform. And you can always change it on the back end too. So the way that you can join District, guys, there's two ways. And the reason I bring this up is because one of the ways is by using your phone. I suggest using your phone because I forget my passwords. I have so many different passwords. I change my passwords. I write them down, or I forget to write them down, and then I go look and it's an old password. But by using your phone, every single time you want to log in, District is going to send you a verification code to your phone. And then you just input that verification code to your login and it logs you in. So you actually don't need a password. And the reason I suggest this again is because I don't want you guys to be frustrated with trying to log in with the password, blah, 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 blah. I have found that District keeps you logged in if you don't log out, but every so often I do get logged out, so I have to log back in. So I'm going to show you guys. I don't know why that next screen isn't showing. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to stop sharing, but I'm going to show you guys really quickly. And this is not the most ideal, but this is what we're working with. When you get that verification code, you see it just comes through your text message, and it shouldn't be blocked. A lot of us have to do this with our banks, with our investments, etc. I prefer it again because I think it also decreases the chance of hacking, so that you're not going to have a hacker to your account, because they need to have your phone to hack into your account. And so I have personally found that signing up with my phone is best. Okay. If you think that you've created a District account and you're like, did I create one? Because they've been talking about this, but I'm not sure. You guys can obviously click, forgot password, etc., or message me or message Jamie, and we'll see if we can find it for you on the back end. A few people have signed up twice. That's fine. We just want to make sure you know which handle you want to use, especially if you want to be a seller further down the line. Hi, Nancy. Great question, Jane. Yeah. I unfortunately put the wrong link. I put district.com/vintage jewelry addicts, but this is the right one. This should never give you problems. This is like our backlink. It's like our secret link. We don't really promote with this. We promote with vintagejewelryaddicts.com. But in case vintagejewelryaddicts.com isn't loading for you, this is the one. So that is how you log into desktop. And I'm going to share my screen with you again. We're doing a lot of screen sharing, guys. And let's see, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to do District homepage. So once you log in, you're going to find yourself on a homepage where there's a ton of other marketplaces you guys can join. But you can always click the left-hand side to take you to Vintage Jewelry Addicts. So this is our actual marketplace. So you just want to make sure, if you're joining multiple marketplaces, that you know that this is our logo. Our logo, which was designed by Jamie. She's in the chat. She's amazing. She made this for me on the fly. It's like a ring, and it says Vintage Jewelry Addicts. It's a lilac. So I always say, look Look for the lilac. That's our branding. Now, if you guys prefer using an app, okay, and I'm putting this in the chat as well, but I want you to know that on desktop is a little Apple because of Apple computers. And you open this up and it's a QR code, okay? And with a QR code, you take your phone and you actually can scan it with your camera app, and it should open for you direct in the App Store. So I'm going to stop sharing. District, buy, sell, and chat. Now, some of us might not want to go through all of that. But if you go to your app store and you type in district, buy, sell, and chat, I'm just trying to show you guys so there's not a glare. The app will come up. If you just type in district, it won't come up. So again, vintagejewelryaddicts.com, which is our marketplace, it's hosted on District. So it's kind of like if eBay were to allow me to build a marketplace. So you'd have to download the eBay app to get to the marketplace. So District is like the parent app of vintagejewelryaddicts.com. They are the software. So you're actually downloading an app called District. One day, maybe you'll download an app called Vintage Jewelry Addicts. The future is bright. So the app is obviously the most convenient because most of us are using our phones, but I don't know about you guys. I mean, I'm young, but I'm older. So being 38, I prefer a laptop sometimes. I can't, and I just want to have the laptop experience. It's a little wider. It's easier. It's easier for me to navigate. So I don't want anyone who isn't phone friendly to feel like, oh, this isn't for me. It is totally for you. We're going to walk you through what the marketplace looks like on desktop. It's beautiful. But for those of us that want to participate with the iPhone app, remember to search for District, buy, sell, and chat. Okay, guys? And that will be in the Apple Store. It does update occasionally, so you might want to check back just to see if there's an update. And that's because they're constantly making improvements, okay? Thanks, Jane. No worries. Thanks, Jane. Really appreciate you. So with all of that said, and I'm going to go back really quickly to my my itinerary here so that I don't ramble too much. Hold on, guys. And how was everyone's evening? I hope you're all having a great evening. I had a really good dinner, so I'm like slightly burping it up. Okay, so logging in mobile, I will show you really quickly. And I know it is awkward because I'm holding up a phone, but if I log out, okay, and then I have to log into District, it's going to give me a login button. And I know that that glare is really bad. There we go. And I can choose email or phone. There we go. But like I said, because I like using phone, what I'm going to do is put my phone number, okay? And I know you guys all want to call me and talk, but I'm not going to show you my phone number. So that code, most iPhones, it populates automatically on the bottom. Do you guys see that? And you just click it. You just click it right there, and then it automatically populates. Some people get stuck on that because they're like, where's my code? I have to go get my code. But your iPhone, it should let you just click the code and then boom, you're in. And it's going to show you all the great marketplaces that are here on District. Vintage Jewelry Addicts. I think we're a little too far down, but we are right here. Boom. See us? There we are. I know that this glare is really bad. Da, da, da. That's a little bit better. And I'm just going to skip. And then it will take you to your home page. Okay. It will take you to a home page. But what's different than desktop is you have to click. You see those 3 dots? You click those 3 dots, and then you can go back to Vintage Jewelry Addicts. So navigating the app might be a little foreign for some of us. And this glare is so bad. I wish I could do this better. I could probably run this webinar on my phone and share my phone screen in the future, but there we go. If I tilt it like that. So navigating the app may or may not be your favorite thing to do, but keep in mind that there is a home page for a district, and then you have to make sure that you click our icon to actually find yourself on the Vintage Jewelry Addicts marketplace. Okay, guys? The last thing I'm going to show you is if you don't have a laptop, if you're just someone that, you have a phone or you have an Android, this is probably even better. If you type in vintagejewelryaddicts.com in your web browser, so this is just Safari or Chrome or whatever you have on your phone, you can also use vintagejewelryaddicts.com on your iPhone web browser. So this is what I've been suggesting to all of our Android users. For those of you want the sticker. I have lots of stickers. You can also, again, use District, use Vintage Jewelry Addicts on the web browser of your phone, particularly for Android. But Android is coming soon. We will be announcing it until the cows come home. We will just be like, Android is here, so that you guys will have access to an app as well. But I hope that helps you guys to understand how to use this marketplace. It is an extension of the Facebook group, which we're going to talk about. The Facebook community, it's also named Vintage Jewelry Addicts. And everyone who is a seller with vintagejewelryaddicts.com, we encourage them to promote their listings to the group. But you do have to log into something else to really fully participate with the marketplace. But, keyword but here, you don't have to have an account to actually purchase things. So I want to show you guys, I'm going to share my screen again. I want to show you guys some ways that you can purchase items from vintagejewelryaddicts.com with our Facebook community, with our Instagram community, and check out as a guest. So you're never giving the platform your actual information, okay? And if there's anyone here that has not become a member and you're like, I need some help becoming a member, please comment, because Jamie will help guide you through it, okay, guys? So let's see. Oh, I thought I shared some things. Maybe they didn't share. That's me. Oh, are they here? I thought I shared some things to the page and I guess they didn't load. That's okay. We will go to Instagram instead. Hold on one second. Okay, guys. So, oh, you know what? I shared them all to Instagram. That's what I did. Okay. So you guys should be looking at our Instagram account. This is just one example of how you can participate with purchasing items from vintagejewelryaddicts.com as a guest if you see them on Instagram or on Facebook. So this is a amazing item. It's a Schiaparelli brooch. Holy bananas, $4.25. If you read this text, it says follow and type claim in the comments below to check out. So let's say that I actually want to buy this. If I type claim, okay, what's going to happen is I'm going to receive a message, and I'm on Instagram desktop. I received a message from the page with a link to actually Oh, it says get updates. Ooh. It's not letting me buy it. That's weird. Let me try another one. Hold on, guys. We might be having technical difficulties. Claim. Let's see. Should send me another one. Okay. No longer available. I guess they're having some issues right now. Oopsie, guys. I might not be able to show you. We'll try one more. No longer available. All right, I'll have to let the team know that we're having some issues. Dang it, guys. Well, technically, what would happen is you would click a link and you would be able to open up the item and check out as a guest. So let's try it. Let's try it with our Facebook community. I'm about to share that with you because maybe it will actually work a little bit better there. And I'm just going to see if there's anything I can comment on. Hold on, guys. I'm going to share this tab. Let's see. I should be able to grab a photo. Let's see if I open it this way. You post. Okay. Let's see if it works this way. So what this is called, guys, is called magic comments. So that when we promote items from vintagejewelryaddicts.com to Instagram or Facebook, you guys should be able to, and I just heard Melody, I will bring you on in a few minutes. But when you comment claim, it will send you a link to check out. And let's see if I get my link. Huh. They might be having problems right now. That is, okay, it's not working. Oh no. Let me see if I type in the whole thing. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it must be down. So I can't quite show you guys how to check out as a guest, which really stinks. But I will promote that in the group. But the point being, and I couldn't really show you guys, and I just stopped sharing so we can bring Melody in. The point is that you can actually check out without inputting your payment information and your address permanently in the system. I understand because a lot of people have suffered from different situations. And so I'm so grateful that we can do that with this technology, but it is something that I think some people aren't aware of. So just look out. I will do some sort of promotion of that so that you guys understand how to check out as a guest. And you can do the same thing on the Facebook Lives as well. So, but before I'll share an item to Facebook. That'd be great, Jamie. Thank you so much. Maybe it's sold already. You know what? That might be what happened. Maybe it just sold. Would the Schiaparelli have sold already? I just shared it today. That I didn't see it sell. But anyway, we're gonna bring Melody on. I see her. She's getting her light together. Let me give her a quick shout out and I love her right now. She's getting her light ready. So Melody comes to us with an extensive background in vintage jewelry. I'm actually not sure how she found Vintage Jewelry Addicts. She'll have to share with us. But she's been a seller with our community almost since we relaunched in April. And she is currently our #1 seller on the platform for the month of August. Melody, on the regular, shares her listings to our Facebook group. She hosts live sales almost weekly. I think now she's starting twice a week. And she is just really a success story behind using District and all of its tools to help support her resale business. And so I wanted to bring her in as a different voice so that you guys could hear it from her first. I know she's going to share some things with you that even I wouldn't have thought of. I think she's ready. She's like, it's all good, Melody. I'm going to bring you on. So I'm going to bring Melody to stage.
Hello. Okay, excuse my lighting. New house, new room, new everything. And so I'm here. I'm good. Oh, there, that's a little better. Okay, cool.
How was your live sale?
I did good. Very good. For my first Thursday, got some new customers. So my first time coming on a Thursday. Typically, I do my Sundays, which my customers are used to. So, but cool. So Vintage Jewelry Addicts is an amazing app. Okay. I've been selling vintage jewelry for a long time. I started out making my own stuff by tearing vintage jewelry apart. I now have respect for the jewelry, and I do not tear it apart, and I sell it as the beautiful pieces that it is. And so after how I found, you mentioned how I found Vintage Jewelry Addicts. Okay, so basically, I'm a Facebook person. So I was looking for Facebook groups. So how I found you guys is I was going through the Facebook groups, and I saw you one week, and then I saw you a few days later, and you had gained like 500 people or something in the matter of a week. And I'm like, okay, there's something about this group. So I went ahead and joined the Facebook group. And I think that was even before we were doing District at that time. Yeah. And I was watching Facebook Lives and buying from other people and getting a feel for it. And then I started posting on Facebook on your group, and I was selling, doing a lot of selling on Facebook. And then you introduced me to District, and I became a seller under here. And I was trying to sell under both. And it was just crazy. Trying to sell Facebook, trying to sell District, trying to sell Facebook. And District became my main app, which is what I do all my selling through, even to my own personal page. And my personal group, which has got a couple thousand people in it itself, I only do District ads. I only post everything from District. That way, everything's in one place. Come tax time, come everything. My shipping, everything's super simple. And I pretty much, as a seller, how I got comfortable with the app was watching other sellers and bidding on items and different things like that. And so, and I had never heard of District. I'm not, and I don't know if it's something that was from the East Coast, because it seems like more people out here know about it than what knew about it where I used to live. And so, because I'll say something to someone like, oh, I've heard of that. And I actually, my realtor is involved in another District site, and she sells resale on it, of all things, right? And he's out of Eastern Kentucky. Who would have thought? So I think it's an up and growing app, and I think it's a great. I've loved. And I got into the peer-to-peer, as I call it, during the pandemic. Up to then, I did live sales. I ran my own store, and I did craft fairs. And then the pandemic came, and I lived in Hawaii, and we were shut down and locked down very tight. So henceforth, I was online. So that's how I became pretty much Facebook and District. What I like about District is your ability to communicate with your customers very easily. Like I said, you can do everything in one app, and I think that's big advantage. Like today I was able to make my little video and share it out to everyone, and then I was able to touch base with each of my customers and say, hey, I'm going to be live tonight, and here's the link. And so it's so simple to just copy your link and then boom boom paste it and send it to everybody. And for my first night on a Thursday, I think I had 12 people on at one time, and like I said, I sold to 4 people I don't even know, so that's good. And so that's pretty much how I market myself. It's like I'll post out to my personal Facebook page. Not so much my personal Facebook page. Those are mostly business people from a whole different lifetime, as I call it. It's my business life. And so they don't cross over into this life. But so I do my Facebook group page, my Facebook page, and then within our Facebook group, which is another great, I picked up a lot of people that way, because if people try to join us on there, then you guys jump in. Somebody always jumps in and goes, hey, they find them over on District, and so we're redirecting.
Right.
I know you tried to show how to buy it without signing up, and I actually did that because I was sharing out these things onto Facebook with the magic code.
Yeah.
And I sold one, and I'm like, how does that work? So my brain goes, how does it work? I have to go buy something that way. So I did, and I just checked out as a guest under my husband's name and and my sister's address, so it wouldn't think it was me. And it was so simple. Basically, you just go check out. It doesn't ask you anything other than filling out like you're, filling out for a regular order, and boom, you're done. And you don't put it in just put it in the cart, and then it sells very simple. So it was really easy to do. Um, and I just did it because someone did it to one of mine, and I'm like, ooh, how does that work? And then you get a message in your chat that tells you to click here to finish your purchase. So
Right.
that's your big key right there. So people have to be conscious of their messages. I am, but a lot of people, I think, I even have a couple of friends that don't even use Facebook Messenger. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Then, so it might not work for you. And the other hopeful thing is I believe we're getting an Android app really soon, which will be great because I think that's going to introduce it to people that I can't reach otherwise. So, and I didn't know that. And I was trying to hook somebody up one day and I was like, well, I don't know why you can't do it. And I think that's when I realized it wasn't quite ready for that. But you can go to the webpage. No matter what you're on, you can go to the website, you can watch us. Boom, boom. So that to me gives us a lot of avenues. It gives us both, all different kinds. Once you're in the Android world, we've got all the platforms covered. So,
Right.
which should really open us up to even more people. But it's been amazing. Since April, as of tonight, um, I've sold more than I ever thought I would ever. I've sold 318 pieces. So that's an amazing amount of jewelry. I know. I'm like, whoa. And so it's been great. And I've learned a lot. That's the other thing. The community is such a learning experience too. I didn't know any of these brands when I started. I didn't know a Weiss from a Weiss, as I still say it backwards sometimes. I didn't realize, Sarah Coventry is collectible. I thought, oh wow, my mom did that. I didn't know what that was. So I've really learned and appreciated. So between the people, when you're on in these live events, you can learn so much as well. So I think it's a great community. It's been really fun, and I love it, and I'm always excited. I'm like, oh, I gotta hurry home. I have to get my thing ready. So yeah, so it's been a wonderful experience, and I can't say anything negative about it. And I've made a lot of friends who are now on my Facebook page via this, because that may never meet, but we have this vintage love, and kind of how I do my sales. Jumping back to that is the pre-bids. The pre-bids are a really great key. So I kind of load all of my items I'm going to show that night and have them out. And everybody doesn't do that. It's just I'm a little OCD, AC, whatever I am, but it's what I do. And then I get a lot of pre-bids. And so I always start my event with the pre-bids. And then I have people go down to look at my cart and say, what do you want to look at? And then pretty soon I'm getting more and more pre-bids. And so I find it's really easy to do it that way. And I do everything under bidding now because I can easily convert it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I don't get a chance to show it, I can show it in my next event.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if I did show it and nobody bought it, then it will be a buy it now. And I do sell buy it now every day. I sold buy it now yesterday on Facebook, and I did a buy it now today before the event started.
Mm-hmm.
And necklace I had up for 2 weeks ago.
I saw that.
So,
yeah.
So I'm getting action out of my little shop, plus the sales. So, the postman's really getting to know me, which is great. So yeah, so Samantha, you guys do a great job. You guys do a great job of supporting us. You do a wonderful job of advertising us and promoting us. So, and you're very knowledgeable and you're there to support, and you've helped me in the beginning. I didn't know what I was doing, and you were right there to jump in and help, and even now we have the subscriptions, which is great. It's another wonderful thing that I'm all into because it, just for various reasons, you're giving extra bonuses with that, and it's just fun. Yeah. And that's the other thing is I have a lot of fun doing this. So there you go.
I love it. Melody, thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
From a seller perspective, she hit on a few things, guys, that we will be diving into during this webinar.
Okay.
For example, how to convert auctions to buy it now and vice versa. But I really loved what she had to say, because I hope that you get the sense that this is, a safe space for you, not only as a buyer, but as a seller. We really want people to connect through the power of vintage jewelry, whether you're a part-time seller, a hobby seller, or a full-time seller. As Melody said, this could be something substantial to your income. I see her numbers and they are great. She's our #1 seller for the month of August. If she keeps on her roll, she will, she will be #1 for the month of August. But it's not a competition here either. It's an opportunity for you to really discover how to sell, as Melody said, peer to peer, which is basically like you're getting to know people. It's not like this anonymous buyer on the other end. And it's within the confines of a community. So they are automatically like-minded people. And we're just going to keep growing and continuing to support you guys on this journey of being a vintage jewelry addict. Melody, thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you, guys.
For coming in.
Enjoy. By next week, this will look a lot better.
Sunday.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
care, Melody. Bye. So, guys, as Melody said, there is a lot of bells and whistles to vintagejewelryaddicts.com. She even mentioned some things that I'm not going to show you guys tonight. But if you guys, take advantage of the platform, you will uncover them yourself. So Jamie says that she just shared, and thank you, Jamie, something to Facebook. So let's see if try 3 here. We can show you what these magic comments do, which Melody also, she mentioned that she uses them on her own page. I'm wondering if it's not working. Oh, there it is. It's just taking a second. Oh, I like that swan brooch. So I should be able to say claim. And then I get a message in DM. So let's see if it's working. Maybe it's down tonight for some reason. Yeah, it's not coming through. Yeah, Jamie, I think that they might have it. It just might be down, which stinks. I'm sorry, guys. Dun, 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 dun. It's not showing. It was working for Instagram, not for Facebook. And for Instagram, it was not quite working. So, okay, well, I think you guys get the idea. Again, I will try to create some screenshots so that you can better understand that. But what I do want to show you really quickly, if you are purchasing on District, how you can actually look at your orders. So I'm going to present my screen again so that you can understand, like, okay, I'm a buyer, but like, how do I know that my item's been shipped, that it's been shipped to the right place, that I've been charged correctly? Okay. So this is your homepage of District. If you become a seller, you're going to have something called a seller dashboard. You guys see that I'm hovering my mouse over seller dashboard. But if you are a buyer, you will not see seller dashboard, but you will see orders. And here is where you can see all of your orders on vintagejewelryaddicts.com. I have 35. I just purchased the vintage cream abstract pendant brooch. I believe this was a Avon piece. I purchased this from Keenly Kristen. So it shows the item. It shows how much it costs, the shipping, and the tax. All right. I can report an issue if there's an issue with this item. If I need to message the seller, I can message her by clicking here. And it also shows me which marketplace I purchased. So if you purchase in another marketplace on District, it will bring those orders in here as well. It will also say the day that you bought it, the order number, if your payment went through, etc., etc. And this is one that I purchased and it delivered. So it shows the tracking number. So you guys can see if I click here, it shows that this item was delivered. So everything is in one place for you. And if you have an issue, what is great about District, unlike other peer-to-peer platforms like on Facebook, is that you can actually report it to someone who can say, okay, you know what, you need a refund, or we need to work this out. And, I'm saying this because not everyone's perfect. We also want to know if there's an issue with a seller or with a buyer. And so you have that, you have that power behind you. So yeah, you guys can see all the beautiful things that I've purchased. I still need to buy from a ton of other sellers here on vintagejewelryaddicts.com. I try to buy from everyone at least once. Now, if you guys want to update your payment or change your payment, you have to click settings in the upper right-hand corner. You guys will see your account settings, but then your payment methods are here. So what I do want to bring up, which is very important, is that you can check out with PayPal. Some people prefer PayPal. They prefer PayPal because they have money from another business or from the resale business, or they just think PayPal is really safe. I totally get it. But in order to participate with the auctions, you need to have a credit card on file. That's just the way it works. I don't think there's any other way to do it. The credit card is like an immediate payment. And so you do have to have a credit card on file. Most of our live sellers are doing auctions, but if they're doing a buy it now from their live sale, you can check out with PayPal on the live sale. And then you can obviously check out with PayPal on the marketplace, which I'm going to show you guys momentarily actually how to shop the marketplace. And then you can change your, shipping addresses. I use a PO box just to keep things safe and secure. If you go all the way to the bottom, you have your notifications. So when I said that I suggest that you guys join the marketplace, that's because then you know who's, live, or if we send out a announcement, but maybe you're like, oh, that's so annoying. You can change that here. So you can turn everything off. You can turn everything on. You can toggle back and forth, whatever works for you. You can pause notifications, whatever works for you. That's the lower left-hand corner here in settings, which you'll get with your profile photo upper right-hand corner. Okay, guys. So I'm going to see if there's any questions because we've gone over a lot. Okay, there's no questions. So let's shop the marketplace. Okay, guys. So I will present again. So if we go back to district, guys, when you go to the homepage of Vintage Jewelry Addicts, I'm just going to click district to do that. And then again, you have to click Vintage Jewelry Addicts. If there is a live seller, it's going to show up right here. And I think there's also usually like a thumbnail down here. So you actually can see that someone is live. We don't have a live seller live right now, but Jamie, she's in the chat. She's our live sale assistant. She will be live today at 8:30. And then we have a seller tomorrow at 7:40 and 9 p.m., August 24th, 7:40. So our sellers will schedule their live sales, and you can see when they're scheduled or if someone is live. But let's say you completely missed a live sale. Okay. Let's say you wanted to join My Petite Vintage Co.'s live sale, but you missed it. And you're like, wow, I missed it. What do I do? So we encourage our live sellers to convert their items from auction to buy it now. And the reason being is because you can't actually bid on an auction unless it's during the live sale. So you have to be there during the live sale. That's why we suggest you pre-bid, because by pre-bidding, which she might not have anything that you can pre-bid on. Okay, it looks like you can probably pre-bid on this. By clicking pre-bid on an item, that means that you've placed your bid and you have a higher chance of getting it as long as no one does a bid over your max bid. So I could pre-bid on this angel brooch and I don't even have to be in the live sale in order to win it. But let's say that you still missed a lot. You're like, wow, I missed it. So hopefully she will have actually listed her items as buy it nows so that you can go back to My Petite Vintage Co.'s profile and you can shop her profile. What's also amazing is that her profile shows other communities that she has listed items in. So you guys see that she has listed tons of other items in other marketplaces. I'm just going to see. I don't think I can search her marketplace for jewelry. Oh, it looks like she hasn't listed any jewelry, which is, so she's probably not the best example. Let's see, Jamie. Jamie definitely has jewelry. Hold on. So Jamie, if I missed Jamie's live sale, I'm going to click over here, view profile. And if I miss it, I can still go to her profile and see, okay, these might be some items that she showed that are still available. And I can shop her marketplace after her live sale. We encourage our sellers, again, to convert auctions to buy it nows and to let us know that they've done that so that their buyers or potential buyers know. But we encourage you guys, again, check out the replays, click their profile, and see what they might still have available. Jamie's done a great job. She actually takes videos of everything. Look how pretty that is. So you can really see the piece. Holy bananas, that's beautiful. I can buy it now, or I can make an offer. I can actually make an offer on these buy it now items. Now, if I want to buy now, okay, there's my payment information. I can use a different shipping address. I click review and pay. We don't have any promo codes. At least I don't think we do. But if we do in the future, like some sort of discount code, we will let you know. But I can pay now with credit card, or I can pay with PayPal. And by clicking pay with PayPal, it's going to walk me through logging into my PayPal account in order to pay with PayPal for this item, which I'm not paying for it exactly at this moment. I do love this bracelet though, Jamie. I do really like it. But that is essentially how you can shop the marketplace. And you guys can keep clicking and going back to that seller's marketplace. So all of our sellers have a marketplace within the vintagejewelryaddicts.com marketplace, which is so cool because they can just market themselves. They don't have to market us. So if you're a seller and you want to have your own online store within an online store, this is the best way for you to do that. And look at all of her items. It keeps having to load for me to go to the very bottom. I think that is actually the very bottom. This is amazing. Look at this. Wow. If I heart this, she gets an alert that it's been hearted. And then I get to save that item so that I can go back and I can say, cool, I just got a bonus at work. So I'm buying this lovely Native American artisan pendant, right? Some of these may have sold. So this sold out. This is still available. That's amazing. Holy bananas. Can someone wire me $4,500 to buy this right now? Please. So you guys, I think you get the drift. And Jamie, she'll get notification that I hearted it and she'll send me an offer. So our sellers can send you as a buyer offers because you're hearting their item. So if you want to give someone like wink, wink, I like your item, that's the best way to do it for them to send you an offer. All right, so I'm going to head back to just our homepage. I'm going to see if we have any questions. Yes, right. Only on buy it now items. Great question, Christine. It's being promoted, I mean, really everywhere, as well as our sellers are promoting. So it's, the best way to describe it is it's a little bit at this moment of like a word on the street marketplace where like, people talk and then they talk and then they hear about it and then they hear about it and blah, 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 blah. That's really how Whatnot started. Whatnot was very much like a word on the street app. District also, they're throwing a lot of money at SEO right now. So if you Google, let's say, Trifari pendant necklace, green chain, right? And you have a Trifari pendant necklace with a green chain, on your vintagejewelryaddicts.com marketplace, it will come up in Google. So a lot of our sellers' items are searchable by Google. And so people that are using Google or using Yahoo or whatever to search for a particular type of item, they are coming across those items on District, which I think is really fantastic. SEO is still king because people just want things fast. So they're searching quickly. We also stream to Facebook. We stream to YouTube. We've started streaming to Instagram. So having relaunched technically end of April, and having seen the growth that we've already seen, I'm pretty faithful that we will continue to grow quite quickly, as well as with other, communities growing. There's members of those other communities that join our community, which is also really cool because it becomes like a sharing app, right? Where we're all interested in secondhand, and we might have, a preference for this niche and this niche. So we join the communities that we want to join, but we might come in a certain way, but then we join other communities because we're inspired to. So yeah. Yeah. Google will help drive the buyers. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. If you've been a reseller for a long time, you know how it's really helpful to have that. Etsy actually charges for it, which is ridiculous. They charge you a higher commission fee to put SEO AdWords on your item, which I'm like, okay, whatever. They're just stealing from you at that point. But anyway, I want to show you guys how to shop the marketplace. Okay. So let's go back. The top search bar, whichever marketplace you're in, will create a search result list for whatever you're searching for. So back to Trafari. All right. So if I put Trafari, all right, it's going to bring up all the markets that I'm a member of. Or no, I'm sorry. It's bringing up all the markets. Oh, wow. It brings up all the markets on district. I didn't know that. Okay. If I click my markets, it brings up the markets that I'm a member of. Alrighty. So we have buy it now and we have auction. Auction might be a multi-day auction, which it looks like we have one here. Most of our sellers are doing buy now. So you just found yourself a Trafari store within Vintage Jewelry Addicts, which is so awesome. Holy wow. Look at this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so let's pretend that you want something less specific. Let's say you just want a ring. And I'm still going to change it back to my markets. Looks like it's bringing in, Vintage Jewelry Addicts. So here's all the rings. We also have tags, which some of our sellers use, some of them don't. I need to do better training about that. But you can see those are earrings, but that's okay. Look at all these rings. Oh, look at this one. This is amazing. Wow. And again, I can heart that. I can add it to my list. I can see all her photos. So let's see here. I am going to go back to the homepage. All right. And I want to show you also what we are beginning to do is highlight featured sellers where you can click through and you can go direct to a featured seller's listing. So these are Lisa Snitkoff's listings. And then if I go to featured seller number 2, we have Jamie of Flippin' Vintiques. And then if you click featured seller of the week number 3, so on and so forth. This is Keenly Kristen or Kristen Keenly. So this is something that I'm going to start changing every week. I actually haven't changed this for about probably 10 days, so it needs to be changed, as well as creating featured categories like Art Deco, cocktail rings, etc., so that what we're doing on our end is we're creating featured categories for you to explore. Okay. We also have listings from featured sellers, which Diana of Arctic Angels is one of our featured sellers. We have ending soon, some incredible vintage jewelry lots from Jamie of Flippin' Mintiques. These are multi-day auctions trending this week. So this means there's been a lot of activity just listed. So these are items that were just listed, ships free. And this changes every day. Hot deals. So I believe these are probably everything that's under about $5-7. And you guys can click see all to see even more. And this does change daily because I notice it. So there's a lot of ways to search our marketplace. What is most important is that if you guys come to love a seller, right? And I'm just going to bring up, I'm going to bring up Jamie as an example. If you come to love a seller, I'm going to unfollow her just for now. Make sure you follow them. Because when you follow them, then you get alerts when they're live. Your chats to them go direct to their inbox. If they follow you back, you can follow them on Instagram. You can remember, to go back to them and to kind of see what they've actually listed. So following each other is another way that you can, really start to have your favorite sellers, keep track of your favorite sellers, so on and so forth. So I have stopped sharing just to see if I missed anything. The only thing that I haven't covered, and we are 8:04, which we're doing pretty well. Great question, Christine. When people ask me, is the marketplace doing well? I tell them I can't answer that because I can't legally be like, oh, it's great. You should come. You're going to make a lot of money. You're guaranteed. No. What I suggest to you is that you watch the live sales, is that you become a participant so that you can kind of see like what people are buying, what people are selling, what's selling, things like that. And jump in when you're ready to make something of the marketplace. We do offer a lot of support. That's what we are committed to. And obviously we don't expect anything of you other than to be active within 3 months. That's what we do here is if someone's not active, like they haven't hosted a live or made some listings, we do, deactivate their seller status, but they can always reapply. So, okay, cool. This is awesome. The one thing I haven't showed you, this is my final bit of information, is that I haven't showed you how to convert your auctions from buy it now to auctions or auctions to buy it now. The reason I'm showing this to you is because I want anyone who's a seller to understand that this is something they can do that makes their selling experience as a live seller very easily. Wow. Much easier. I'm tired. Let me drink some water. Much easier. Because some people have an idea that live selling, it takes a lot of time. It can take a lot of time, but it doesn't have to. If you list items in your marketplace, let's say you list 30 items, you can convert those items to auctions, show them on a live sale, and then convert them back to buy it nows. It's that easy. So this is how you do it. Once you become a seller, you can hit seller dashboard. Your listings are going to appear. You're going to scroll down and you're going to find your buy it now items. So let's pretend that I want to convert this 1990s pearl and rhinestones cuff bracelet to an auction. I click convert to auction. I can change the price. So that maybe as an auction, it starts at $15. I click save. Hold on 1 second, guys. The AC just came on. And you guys are going to hear that in the background. I click only available for live. I allow pre-bids, and then I post the item. And then that item is ready for me to bring into my store for my live sale. I have to do it one by one. Unfortunately, you can't bulk convert buy it nows to auctions. So you have to click one by one, which can be a little bit tedious. But again, the fact that you don't have to relist for the auctions if you've already listed the items in your marketplace is phenomenal. So imagine and I think eBay does this. So you have an item on eBay and you had it as a buy it now, you can convert it to an auction because you're like, dang, it's not selling. I'm going to convert it to an auction. And then I think you can convert it back to a buy it now if it doesn't sell as an auction. So it's the same idea. And then you guys can go down over to your expired, right? So this is an expired auction. So let's pretend I shared this on a live. No one bought it. I can convert it to buy it now. Right now, this was a buyer's choice example. So I don't actually have a photo of an item. You might want to edit it a little bit, depending on what you actually put in that title. But the idea, again, is that District makes it really easy. They make it really easy for you to build a business that doesn't take away from your family life, that doesn't take away from your sanity. There's so much here that I have found personally. It just makes the whole experience enjoyable, where you're like, I'm actually enjoying this, versus feeling like I'm doing this like tedious work to host a live sale. And so with that said, what we've created with vintagejoyaddicts.com is an opportunity for you as a seller. This webinar was really for the buyer, but this is also for the buyer to know to go live whenever you want, Monday through Thursday. You can go live every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can go live 3 times on Monday, 3 times on Wednesday. You can start your live sale at 12 noon on Monday and end at 9 p.m. Monday. And I just think that's so great. And so the more that you use this platform, the more that you're going to understand how it works for you. Our weekend live sales right now, we have a membership in order to book a weekend live sale spot. That's because as a community, we do promote you. We give you, those premium spots. It's a very small, monthly fee. It's $6 a month. It's really nothing. But for the weekend, those are not free open days. They are promoted live sales that you have to subscribe in order to book. But Monday through Thursday, sell as you wish. And again, you guys can convert those auctions, convert those buy it nows back and forth, add new items every week or every day, and just really build a business and build a customer roster for yourself. These customers, they're vintagejoyaddicts.com customers, but they're really your customers. And so you get a lot of autonomy here. So with all that said, guys, I'm going to show you really quickly our final to-do items. I want you guys, that was not correct. I want you guys to go join follow Vintage Jewelry Addicts on Instagram. So that's just hashtag Vintage Jewelry Addicts. Again, look for the lilac. We haven't been super active for like the last 10 days. I've been building a lot of other things for the platform, but you will, find that when we're live on Instagram, we're also live on vintagejoyaddicts.com. We will be sharing more items for sale from our marketplace to Vintage Jewelry Addicts so that you can claim and check out. And we're also going to try to promote our sellers more here so that you can get to know them. Next, I would love for you guys to follow and subscribe to our newsletter. Alrighty, so I'm going to put this in the comments for anyone who is live so that you guys can subscribe. But what we do is we send out a newsletter at least once a week, which details what news is happening, what you need to know, as well as who is selling on the weekend. So we promote our weekend live sellers, and one way we do that is with the newsletter. And we also highlight some of our favorite items for sale, so your items get promoted. And finally, we would love to have you join our Facebook group, which, as Melody said, has grown quite quickly. Let me share my screen again. Let me see here. We are, as of January 1st, since launching, we have grown to 17,000 members. If you are a buyer or a seller, you will find district links. So here's a great example. Oh, that's so awesome. Amethyst just listed. So if you're a buyer and then you see that in the Facebook group, you click to open, and there you go. But then in the Facebook group, we also have items that are listed without the district link. So for those buyers, you're going to have to comment and give them your PayPal information. Let me see if there's any other. This was a promo from Melody. Seeing if there's any other district links. Here we go. So again, we can just click that open and boom. So if you are a seller, please know that we want you to use your vintagejewelryaddicts.com links to promote them to our Facebook group, because there are 17,000 people here. And part of the reason of why we're hosting this webinar tonight and hosting it every 4 to 6 weeks is to bring more awareness to our vintagejewelryaddicts.com platform to our Facebook members. So anyone who's here from Facebook or is watching the replay from Facebook, this was really designed for you, because we want to make sure that you understand this opportunity. It still might not be for you. That's okay. We're not going to take it personal. But now you're going to understand what vintagejewelryaddicts.com is when we talk about it in the Facebook group, when we're sharing live videos, when you're seeing those district, .net, blah, blah, blah links. That is all Vintage Jewelry Addicts. So thank you guys so much for being here. I don't see any follow-up questions. Christine, we would love to have you as a seller. All you have to do is click apply to sell on the homepage. I'm also going to show you what that link looks like. If you have a desire to screenshot it, I will put that right there for you. Jamie, who is our live sale assistant, she will approve you. She will get you started. She'll give you next steps. We have a little bit of an onboarding process, especially if you want to be a live seller. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm so glad Mickey was able to tune in. Jane popped off. Sherry, thank you for being here. And I'm trying to see if there's anyone else who commented. I don't see anyone else who commented. But yeah, guys, it's 8:14. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be sharing this as a replay link. Please email us if you have any follow-up questions. I will bring that on screen now so that you guys can write that down. Our motto in Vintage Jewelry Addicts is crazy, awesome, addicted. So please join us. We will not heal you of your addiction. You will just join our crazy, awesome addiction and buy, sell, and collect more vintage jewelry with us. Again, I'm Samantha Davis. I am the founder of vintagejewelryaddicts.com, as well as Vintage Boss Babes, which is the parent brand. And my mission is to help you guys sell more vintage, to buy and sell more vintage. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to end this. I see some follow-up questions. Yay! She was approved. Thank you, Christine. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on a future live sale or a future webinar. All right. Good night. Cheers for now.